And we'll have some time at the end for questions as well. Reason number 4 people get tripped up is slower progress than expected. So here's the thing. It's like we all want to see progress, and you're like, okay, I did all this stuff. I go there, I go on the scale, I weigh myself. It's like I'm 0.2 pounds less or possibly slightly heavier, right? Like, oh my God, why did I go through that? So you do a bit more, you do a bit more, you go to the scale. It's like I'm now 0.3 pounds light. This is going to take forever. So lots of people get tripped up from slower progress than expected. So what can we do to accelerate our results and keep us motivated? So this is an example I call the dance. So this is something that actually happened to me. This was an actual resolution of mine from many years ago, was you resolve to learn how to dance. In my case, it was salsa dance. And over 8 weeks, you're going to learn 17 new dance moves. So what is the fastest way to learn the steps? And so just in case you've never salsa danced before, here's a quick tutorial on it. So what you do is you have, okay, so 1, you step forward. 2, you step back. 3, you step together. And 4, you change your weight. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here's what you do. 5, you step back. 6, you step in place. 7 together. And 8, you change your weight. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Mitch, take notes. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then right there, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Teresa, if you want to throw a little side thing in there, you want to go like that, you can. But to the side, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So that is how to learn how to salsa dance. And what actually happened, and I remember the situation, was I was in this class, and we took these steps, we took these lessons, we were doing the salsa class, and we went to this place called the Blue Dragonfly. I kind of call these, when I tell these personal stories, I call them Ben time stories. My name is Ben, so there you go. I hope you still listen to the story, even though it has a corny name. And so I'm at the Blue Dragonfly, which is this hot salsa club in Portland, Oregon. And I'm there with the whole class. And what I can tell is that everyone there doesn't have a desire to ask anyone to dance. Like, we've all been in the class dancing with each other, and now there's like, we go there, it's like, well, there's like professional dancers here. It's like, there's people doing, all these kind of moves and these things, and switch back to this, that, and they're doing, it's like a ninja, right? They're doing all these things. It's not actually ninjas in the salsa club, but people who are ninja-like, right? And so you're like, no one is asking anyone to dance, right? So I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm saying, boy, this is like harder than I thought. And so I asked the teacher, for a lead, how long does it take you to be good? I'm looking around, I'm like, that dude over there, how long does it take to be like that? And she says, well, usually for a lead, it takes about 6 months to feel comfortable enough to lead. So I said, okay, 6 months. I said, well, how many times during the 6 months you need to dance? Oh, well, she explains, okay, it's, usually you come and it's like, you go out a couple times a week, And I was like, okay, you go up, and how many times you gotta dance when you go out a couple times a week? It's like, okay, you have to go on, maybe you do about 5 dances when you go out. So I'm like, okay, you do 10 dances a week. It takes 6 months time. Okay, there's like 4 weeks in a month. Okay, so that means if I have 10 dances in a week, 4 weeks, I gotta do 40 dances. Okay, times 6 months. So 240 dances I gotta get through and I'll be comfortable. And so I look around and I see all those people sitting there and they're like kind of afraid to go dance with anyone and stuff like that. I was like, okay, number 1, here we go. So I get up there. And I remember, and there's this woman who had, she was very tall, and she had all these tattoos all over, very intimidating everything. And so I asked her to dance, and she sort of doesn't have the heart to say no to me. So she kind of looks me up and down, and then says, yeah, okay, I can tell that. I was like, okay, I think you could have seemed, faked a little more enthusiasm. But I'm out there, and I get out there, and I start dancing, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, do all this stuff. And then, I realize I'm doing the steps. It's like, oh, holy crap, you've got to listen to the music. It's onto the music. No one told me that. And so it's like I'm stepping on toes, I'm doing this, I'm trying to recover, all this stuff, and it's just going downhill. And I'm constantly saying, I hear under my breath, I'm saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry. And I'm apologizing. And I get through this dance, and I get to the end, and we kind of part ways. And that was really rough. And then it was like, okay, number 2. Number 2, where's number 2? Grab someone else, okay? Only got 239 to go, right? So I was able to learn salsa dancing at a faster pace because I collected experience at a faster pace. And if you want to accelerate your results, that's what you have to do, is figure out if it's that new skill you want to learn or that good habit you want to have. How do you accelerate your results? How do you get more results faster? And that in itself can help keep you motivated. And I remember what happened is I went back to the Blue Dragonfly. This was like maybe 2 months later. And I saw that, woman there again. And like I asked her to dance. And once again, she was kind to me. I could tell she was not expecting much. And I went out there and I kind of, I did my steps and I did my spin and I like put her arm on my shoulder. I ducked down. I did a body roll back. I did a little shimmy like that. And she looked at me, and this was a high point in my life. She actually looked at me and gives me this look. The universal look for not too shabby. And I had made it, right? So how can we accelerate our learning, our results? So speed up results by collecting experiences at a faster pace. And if you can do that, you will stay motivated longer to see through when you're in June, when you're in July, to keep pushing that resolution forward.